Are you now having a base case scenario of a hard Brexit? Is that rising in your estimate?
I mean, yes, it is rising in our estimate. But, I think on balance, you would think common sense will prevail in the Brexit discussions between the UK and Europe. But, the Brexit discussions here have not been characterised by a lot of common sense thus far. We remain concerned that there is a risk of a hard Brexit as early as March 19. The UK really needs to get its skates on. It still hasn't explained how it will, the customs linkage post March 19. Now, if there's a transition agreement agreed that takes us from March 19 or April 19 to December 2020, great, nothing changes. But I think there is a real and appreciable risk that there will be a slip, that the negotiations will not be successful, and that there will be a hard Brexit here in March 19. In those circumstances, we have the power, and we're signalling it on this week's roadshow to investors, that we'll disenfranchise non-EU shareholders. They will not be allowed to vote. Because it's imperative that we maintain both ownership and control remains within the EU holders.
So that's what you're suggesting. You're considering scrapping voting rights for UK shareholders in the case of a hard Brexit. Have you had soundings from UK shareholders? What have they suggested that they would do? Hang on to those shares regardless, or they'd be tempted to sell?
No, but look, each shareholder has his own decision to make. It's very clear, I think, that both our US and our UK shareholders, like the Ryanair story, they have been tremendously... It has been a very profitable investment for them. I don't think they'll be that worried about their voting being restricted. But if some of them are, then fine, sell your shares.